Greetings and salutations. My name is Don Dillard. I am your ethics professor, and this is your weekly video note. So let's get started. In the first place, the applied knowledge exercises and the gallery of the mind assignments have been graded. I curved both of them heavily, mainly to account for a learning curve. In time, you'll get a better sense of what I'm looking for on the short essay answers. Now, here is some advice for the applied knowledge exercises, as well as some common mistakes to avoid. First of all, use the full time available to you, and avoid doing the writing assignments at the last minute. Give yourself plenty of mental breathing room to think about the issue. Spend at least one full day reading and studying the issue before you attempt the exercise. Second, these are short essay questions, not short answer questions. Writing less is not better. Avoid minimalist writing. Fully explain your points and your reasoning. See number 1. Third, your outline of the theory in part 1 should be a solid paragraph. Then use examples, which is to say, the example should be in addition to the outline of the theory. 1 or 2 sentences is not nearly enough to explain an entire ethical theory. Again, see number 1. Number 4. When discussing examples in part 1, use your own examples and don't use examples out of the readings. The examples that you use in your writing are meant to help explain what you mean, so they should be your examples. Number 5. The discussion questions at the end of some of the critical readings shouldn't be included in any part of your answers for the applied knowledge exercises. Don't summarize these questions or use these questions in your answers. Number 6. For part 1, be explicit about the values at stake. Moral values express what is important to us in our moral behaviors towards one another. Here are some examples of moral values: the value of human life, friendship, honesty, truth, charity, and so on. In the announcement, you'll see that I provided 2 additional links. These links are 2 videos which talks about moral dilemmas and how to construct them. So, if you're not sure about what to do for the moral dilemmas, check out those videos. 7. Make sure to follow the instructions very carefully. Only address the question prompt. Don't add anything to it. For example, don't talk about the issue from the critical reading in part 1. The only thing you should talk about part 1 is the theory from the primary reading. Don't mix up the primary, critical, and reflective readings. Those are 3 separate readings. Finally, number 8. Some students were confusing the readings. Part 1 is over the primary reading. The primary reading is always about an ethical theory. Part 2 is about the critical readings. These are the 2 moral issues. See number 7. Make sure to follow the instructions very carefully. Finally, a few notes about the gallery of the mind exercise. Importantly, don't merely engage the topic or title of the articles. Engage the actual views of the actual philosopher in the article. A few students assumed what the article would be about by reading the title of the article, and it was clear that those students hadn't read the article itself. Don't make that mistake, because there will be substantial point deductions down the line if that continues. Now, for part 1, be objective in your summary, which is to say, all you need to do is just present the facts. Reserve your point of view for part 2, which is the reflection portion. For part 2, be very explicit about how the article relates to you, which is to say your life, beliefs, career, family, and so on. Avoid talking about the topic in general, apart from how it directly relates to you. Okay, that's all I have for now. I hope this was helpful. And until next time, take care.